Brothers and sisters, Jubilee Day is here. I wanted to be in the streets with everyone today, but I've got like a dislocated clavicle and I've got something going on with my muscles and my leg. So if it weren't for those two things, I would be in the streets celebrating President-elect Biden and Kamala Harris. My God, we worked so hard. All of us have been stunned since day one in 2016 on that November evening when we lost and the country decided on a con man for the highest office in the land, and for 4 years we've suffered. We have suffered. Our nation has suffered. And I knew when Joe Biden put his hat in the arena and when he first introduced his theme, which I believed was genuine and sincere then, that he was entering the race, that he was the right man to bring together the coalition that could save the soul of this nation. And I think today, with this victory, we now have more hope than ever that we can reverse some of the ugliness, some of the horrible policies, some of the executive orders that have been put in place, and all the grift and corruption and confusion and disinformation and lies and all of the sowing of hate and division in this country and the denial of science and all of this an assist to COVID-19, because I'm going to tell you why. Because of this pandemic, states changed the way in which citizens could be enfranchised. We expanded same-day voting to multiple days. We made absentee ballots and expanded the time that people could vote. These were common sense things we did to protect us during this global pandemic. The very pandemic that Donald Trump and all of his adherents refused to believe is a serious public health crisis. I mean, for example, one of the lawsuits they actually put forward, the Trump campaign, had to do with decreasing the length of space, the distance between an observer and people counting the ballots. Science says 6 feet. Again, decency just won. Science won. The Mother Earth, our precious planet, sighs a breath of relief. All of the warriors and activists who've been on the ground, texting, phone calls, canvassing, all the money given, all the time spent in countering this narrative put forward by Donald Trump over these past 4 years, because he's been campaigning all that time. All of the lunacy, all of the craziness, all of the ego, all of the callous disregard for human life and for convention and protocols that have carried this nation and our institutions for so long. For example, I hear he doesn't want to write a concession speech. I hear he's going to open up the White House and do the formal sit down with the incoming president. Something afforded to him by Barack Obama. I have you notice who's the bigger man. Donald Trump was the wrong man for the job, and America let him know that. We voted him out. We did it. This is a day of Jubilee. Keep on celebrating. Let's take the weekend. Let's let the rest of the votes come in now. Let's take Georgia. Let's take Arizona. Let's take what's coming. Let's take the weekend. Let the tallies go. Over 300 electoral votes for Joe Biden. Wrap it up. And then let's get to work. Let's get to work on the pandemic. Let's get to work on the economy. Jobs for everyone who wants a job. Let's get rid of the burden of student loans. Let's enshrine and guarantee health care. Let's take a real hard look at what we can do to bring in green energy and save our planet from oil and fracking and all of these god-awful things we do to our planet. Let us work on systemic racism, social justice, equality, revamping criminal justice, removing marijuana from that Schedule 1 listing, liberate all of these people from the scourge of entering the criminal justice system because they have a couple of joints in their pockets. Let's deal with the reasons why people smoke weed. A lot of it's self-medicating. Let's get people what they need to be well and to be happy and safe. And I think we took a big step today. I have said from the beginning, keep hope alive. I have said from the beginning that love can trump the hate. I've said from the beginning that faith can meet the fear, and that I believe in people. I believed in us. I believed in it. And I feel so good. I feel good. And let's get to work. Biden-Harris, first African American, West Indian, East Asian, Indian, Asian woman vice president in the history of our country. Joe Biden did that because I believe Joe Biden woke up like so many people did in those 8 minutes and 46 seconds when the life was squeezed out of George Floyd and people sat around and watched. Business as usual. I believe that woke Joe Biden up. And he listened. He listened to the people. And when we said the time to pay dues to get an African American woman on the ticket, Joe Biden did the right thing. And I think he's going to keep doing the right thing. And somebody said this today. You know, he's been around a long time. He's gone for presidency a long time. And I just think it is so sweet that he was the youngest senator ever elected into the Senate. I think he was 26 years old, something like that. And now he's going to be the oldest president to ever take the oath. And he's going to be transformational. He's got nothing to lose. And we have a lot to gain because we're all going to be around the table. We're all going to be around the table. And we're going to set up Kamala Harris to be the first woman president of the United States of America. I am so encouraged. Jubilee is here. Jubilee is here. Pop the champagne, celebrate, take some rest, and then let's get back to work. And I hope to join you. I hope my body cooperates. And I'll be right there. I'll be fitting in where I can get in because I'm along for the journey. I'm a woke citizen. I'm an engaged citizen. And we all must continue to be engaged. 140 plus million people voted. It's probably the largest number ever in the history of elections in our country. Power to the people.